Back again. My name's Darren. This is Electro Savvy. Today I walked outside my house and it is a beautiful fall day. It's one of those days that you just really don't want to do anything but stay outside. I wanted to share with you on this nice beautiful day. It's fall, the leaves are falling. This is my favorite time of the year. And one thing I like to do, and I enjoy every fall and every spring, is I like to take out a piece of machinery that I built. Something that I love to ride on a day like this, and that is a motorized bicycle. Me and my brother build these. This is a motorized bicycle. I'm gonna move the camera where I can show you a closer look of everything. Let me explain a little bit why you see the whole bike here. Usually we take a beach cruiser frame, and over the years it's pretty much the strongest frame. They're inexpensive, but for a build like this, it's perfect. It's got fender flares to keep dust and mud off of you, just like a motorcycle. Fender flares are good when you have a motorized bicycle. Other than that, you know, I have this big Springer seat with a Cloud 9 memory foam cushion. This is perfect. You want a big wide seat and a comfortable ride. From here, I don't know if you notice this, but I have some mini apes. This is not factory handlebars. They're a little bit taller. You know, they're not big old ape hangers. I really didn't like the look of that. I've tried that, but these mini apes, they're about 13 inches. The Springer, that's the #1 item on this bike. If I was gonna tell you to do anything aftermarket, I would say add that Springer, because with a big comfortable seat in that Springer, it gives you the right amount of shock absorption, and believe me, it's night and day difference from riding a motorized bicycle with a solid fork or that Springer. Night and day. You can feel every bump, every crack in the road with a solid fork. Go 30 miles an hour, hell, go 20 miles an hour, go 10 miles an hour. You usually don't pedal a bike that fast constantly. To add the first aftermarket part, it would definitely be that Springer. It's that important, and after you had it, you'll never go back. You probably noticed that the head on here is blue. This is an aftermarket head. It's supposed to have a smaller combustion chamber to make it fire a little faster, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab this camera and show you a closer look. And don't mind all this, it's people outside. Like I said, it's a beautiful day, and I don't blame them. So people are riding up and down the road, they're playing with their dogs. Let me show you that bike up close. From here, I've got you a little closer so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. This is a aftermarket head, and we also add this right here. This is so important. This is a spring-loaded chain tensioner. Before, there was a chain tensioner that came in the kit, and you know, I rode a bike for about 3 years with the original chain tensioner. And what it is to tighten your chain, and it's a pulley system that the chain rolls on. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get a little closer and show you that up close, but so important. You know, you don't ever have to adjust it anymore. It was so manual that you would have to push the pulley up with your fingers, and then, you know, either have a flat head at one time with a socket wrench. Eventually, they went ahead and added some Allen wrench screws, and that was a lot better. But forget all of that, because, you know, you always had to tighten your chain. With this thing on, I'll tell you what, I haven't touched it in 2 years. I'm not lying. That's how solid this bike is. And I've put some miles on this bike. That motor right there probably has 15, hell, it might have even 20,000 miles on that motor right there, and it's always ran like a top. I don't know if you can see that moving, but it's a stiff shock, and I tell you what, I'm glad it is a stiff shock, because if it wouldn't be stiff, I already know what a loose, springy Springer feels like. It feels like it's about to bounce you off the bike. And the reason why I know that is because we built them with they call it the bent Springer. So it kind of rakes the tire out a little bit further. And I tell you what, I hate it. It turns wide, it turns like a chopper, and it brings your bike lower to the ground. And it puts enough pressure on that Springer because of the way it's shaped that it bounces. You hit a bump and I mean, it's smooth now, but you can bottom out the spring, where the straight Springer is a lot tougher and a lot stiffer. We're gonna crank this thing up, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a walk around and show you everything up close. There's old Cookie. It's my dog right there. Hey, my girl. Living it up, huh, girl? So I'm gonna go ahead and walk this thing out. Let's do it. It's nice and shady by these trees, and I'm about to start that thing. So you have to pedal this thing and then pop the clutch. I'm gonna put it on choke. All right, so it still needs a little time to warm up. It's not hot yet, and I'm gonna haul butt after I get it warmed up. All right, you gotta feather that clutch. You can help it out by pedaling it. All right, guys. You're riding with me now.